Wow! Whew. There's some stronger winds coming over the next few days. I don't really want to be in a place where we haven't got an engine. Becca.
Yeah, just doing a spot of gardening. I mean, that's not great, is it?
No, it's not.
Right, so a little recap. We are anchored in Panama City and we have completed all of our errands and are now really keen to head to the Perlas Islands, which are around 45 nautical miles away. But our engine won't start. And when engines don't start, it's usually one of three things: the battery, the fuel, or the air. So let's start figuring out if the battery's dead.
We've got a load tester. For our engine batteries, we think one of the cells in there might be funny or playing up or need replacing or something. So this will tell us if we've got a dodgy battery, because voltage alone doesn't tell you if you've got a dodgy battery.
Good job, Bob. We're going to take all the terminals off the engine batteries as we're going to do a load test on it. We're actually not doing a load test. Someone in the anchorage has a battery health tester. I don't know. Apparently it does the same job. Also, we didn't know that when you get new batteries, you're meant to sand the lugs and terminals before installing anything. And we obviously didn't do that. So it's lucky we even got a connection at all, because all of our lugs are oxidized. They're meant to be shiny when you install them. So if you're out there and you didn't know that, now you do. We didn't. You can see the difference here. That's one I polished up, and that's a dull one. Actually, it was quite a lot worse than that, but the terminals I've polished up now. As you can see, it's shiny rather than being matte. But yeah, it gets you a bit grubby. The battery has all its load taken off now. I think it's a good battery because it says this thing, oh my gosh.
Is it saying good at the top?
Yeah, good.
Okay, yeah, that's good then.
Because I read a thing, and this is the bar, that if it's like 40% or 60% or 80%, that's like how buggered it is.
Okay.
Well, I think they're fine then. Our engine is a 3.3 litre, which is about 201 cubic inches. It's recommended that you have 2 cold cranking amps per 1 cubic inch of displacement. So with 850-ish on each, we had plenty. So essentially, the batteries were healthy and our issue was somewhere else. The natural thing now to do is to test the engine. I'm giving it some revs outside because it's the best way to start an engine, is just some revs so it doesn't really shake. We learnt that from our friends.
That was going. You should have held that for longer.
It was closer.
The strangest thing was, unlike a flat battery,
Just see what it's saying on that. Yeah.
the more we tried to start the engine, the closer it got to starting.
Weird. It's fine now.
It almost sounds like it's a fuel or air issue. Oh well, we'll
I'm
start
changing
it.
the filters soon anyway.
Yeah, we'll do a full service at the next marina.
This video is sponsored by Click & Boat. With more than 50,000 private yacht charters and bareboat rentals around the world, there's no better way to experience this lifestyle. Plus, being safety conscious and highly reviewed, you can experience sailing whether you have 0 miles under your belt or 1,000. Link in the description for more info.
After probably about 6 months after starting this project, we're finally getting a sail out on this inner 4-stage Solent rig, which we're really excited about. I'm a little bit nervous as well. Hopefully we've done everything right and the sail doesn't just come down, but yeah, we're gonna pull it out for the first time. It's like the perfect amount of wind. How much wind have we got? How many? About 15 knots. It's beautiful. Wow! Ease up on revs. Phew! And oh. How does the new headsail look?
I'm speechless. It looks so beautiful, especially with the sun coming from behind it. You can see all the radial cuts coming through, and it's beautiful.
And our wonky stitching.
Yeah, and our wonky stitching. It's a work of art, truly.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's amazing.
It's not quite like our baggy white sheet.
Baggy white triangle. On the Atlantic, Zach said, I'd like beanbags and I'd like twin headsails, and now it's a cool feeling, however long it takes to kind of bring that into reality, and now we're being powered entirely from those kind of dreams.
The sail's so nice as well.
It's
really beautiful.
This is really cool. We've got the city skyline behind us. We've got big boats out in the anchorage, and we needed this. We really needed this. Look at those beanbags.
It's cushy.
It's like the perfect height.
Yeah, I can just about see over everything as well.
Look how leisurely this is the most leisurely sail we've had. Zach, there's a boat there.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Massive.
Yeah.
This is probably the slowest we've ever sailed. There's like 4.3 knots of wind, and we're sailing 2.3 knots.
But how fast were we going a second ago?
About 1.5, I guess. It's nice though. I don't mind. We're not in a rush today, are we?
We're never in a rush, Zach.
If we're still going this speed, like closer to midday, we'll get the engine on. But
it's very relaxing.
it's really relaxing. There's no waves. If there was any weight coming through or anything like that, we probably would have put the engine on because we'd be slamming all over the place. But 3 knots.
The sail hasn't luffed once.
No, because there's enough wind to fill it just about, and there is this dead calm.
The issue will be is if the tide changes, we might start going backwards.
Yes. Yeah. We'll have, before the tide changes, we'll have to do that. I think that's close to midday, isn't it?
Yeah. Weather report was well and truly wrong. 25 knot gusts. 8. It says out there's 40 knots, Zach.
Out where?
Out there. Thank you. Wow. That was amazing. We found the wind again. Woohoo! Just doing a spot of gardening. So I need to just swap that one and that one over. I wonder what the best way to do that is. Oh.
Okay.
That's the thing I didn't want to do. How did it look?
Very nice.
Yeah?
There's some soil on the deck.
I know, I'm not finished for it yet. Ow.
You alright? Was it your head?
Yeah.
You're meant to use a winch handle for that.
Yes, I'm gonna Velcro this plant pot down.
Little sad eyes, don't you cry, 'cause you know. Little sad eyes.
Is it on there? Oh yeah, it's on there. Yeah, it's a little skipjack. It's a little skipjack.
No way, I'll show you.
Becca.
Yeah?
It's coming up.
Can you learn to love
Yeah, there you go.
We're about 9.9 miles from being in, and the tide's just changed, and now it's going against us. And we're going 3.8 knots, so Zach's just shaking the reef out the main. It might be a slow creep into the anchorage, but that's okay, we're not in a rush. As long as we can get in there before dark. We've heard there's free moorings, and the locals recommend taking the moorings because you flip 180 when the tide changes, and lots of people drag there, so I don't know. If there's a mooring, we'll take it. If not, we'll just anchor. It'll be like Porto River in Portugal all over again, where every few hours you go.
I see you carry all that pain. It's a sad life. If the hurt is all in vain, but you'll get through the darkest nights when you learn to find your shine.
Okay, got it.
Lights, little sad eyes.
Well, we made it in, and it's really nice here. The hotels look super fancy. It's actually super windy. Really, really windy. I think out there it's meant to be 27 knots gusts. Pretty windy. But I feel pretty pooped.
It's quite a steep beach.
Oh, I don't miss dragging a dinghy up the beach because of tides, but it's something we're going to have to get used to quick.
This is Contadora, one of the most northern islands in Las Perlas, the archipelago of 100 islands in the Gulf of Panama. It felt good to be out the city and finally stretching our legs on new grounds again.
It's so much cooler here than Panama City was, and Cologne. There's like a nice breeze, which is not chilly, but fresh.
Okay.
It needs a bit of oil, I think.
The strangest thing about this island, aside from the size and the quality of road,
Good road.
is how much it looks like autumn, yet it's really warm.
Yeah, look at the leaf litter.
It's kind of a funny little island. It's small, really small. The roads are amazing, all tarmacked and really great, but it's almost like autumn in the UK or the US, but with palm trees and tropical birds. I can't quite put my finger on it. It kind of feels, it doesn't feel like the Caribbean at all. It's a new place for sure. I don't think we've ever been anywhere like this so far. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really different. But it's quaint. It looks like it's once had its heyday. There's a lot of kind of abandoned buildings, but it's nice.
This whole area is just all abandoned resort, all the way from one end of the beach, all the way to this end. It's just completely derelict. But there's so much old accommodation here, it's massive. All aluminium. It's an expensive boat to leave here. Yeah, just mind sharp bits. Sharp bits.
It looks like it was set on fire.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think it's probably what caused they probably ran up on the beach, didn't they, when it was on fire.
What's your business idea going on then, Zach?
We're going to make this into a bar.
Oh yeah?
Or like, maybe a restaurant. We'll serve like picky bits.
Picky bits, that's a very English thing.
But this would be such a cool bar. If you just like stripped everything, cleaned it all up, made sure the floor was actually all alright. It looks all like pretty new.
You need to straighten it a bit, it's a bit of an angle.
I know, that'd be a good quirk of it.
Yeah?
As long as the tables are level, but you can do that quite easily.
Yeah, that would be cool.
It's kind of like, it kind of adds to it, doesn't it? I wouldn't change it. And plus, like, the sea could just come in and change the whole thing again.
True.
So I guess at big tides or anything like that, if the boat starts to move, you'd have to
abandon ship.
Or you could just anchor it onto the shore there. You could probably drag it a bit more, some hydraulic stuff, but... Oh, that freaked me out.
Oh, that's really big.
Oh. No, I'm not going up there. Woo.
What was
It
it?
was like, I looked around and there's a big hornet's nest just there.
A hornet's
Whoa.
nest? Oh yeah, you've pissed him off.
Yeah. Alright, that's a bit.
Ow!
You alright?
Oh no!
You alright? What's up, what's up, what's up?
Oh.
You alright? It's alright. Walk it off. Becca.
I mean, that's not great, is it?
No, it's not. Come on.
When I got on that boat, I said to Zach, don't cut yourself on anything metal, you know? It's been here a while. What do? Cut myself on metal.
Yeah, we're going to get that cleaned up.
So I'm back on board now, and it's time to clean my foot. And I need to clean it so well because we're in the middle of nowhere and I can't afford to get an infection right now. Although, I will just say, we do have a vast amount of antibiotic cream, antibiotics and all sorts on board. So I probably will be putting maybe like probably just an antiseptic cream on for now, and then if it looks funky after a few days I'll put something stronger on. But for now, I'm gonna give it a scrub out with some antibacterial soap, which isn't gonna be fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Not too ideal, but a good scrub out later and it was looking as good as new.
Wow. Thanks. They look really good.
This morning we have decided to let go of this mooring and head round to the next island. And this is mainly for two reasons. We're on a free mooring at the moment, but on the weekends this anchorage fills up with local Panamanian city boats and you get kicked off your mooring, which isn't an issue except the wind is reversing and this place we're in isn't too protected. Well, it is, but it isn't. It could be better. So we're going to hop to the next island along where it's a narrower gap between the islands. So we're a bit more protected. I'll show you the wind and kind of where we are and what's happening. Okay, so we are currently here, which is fine because the wind is going this way. But what is happening through the weekend, and then it starts doing all this kind of stuff. And actually... yeah, so we get this. So if we're here, we've got quite a lot of area to get fetch, whereas we're going to go to here between these two islands, and we should be able to get more protection just in here, hopefully. So we'll be protected from either side. So yeah, that's the rough plan. I think we're just gonna get the engine on and head around there now.
It's like a mile, so I don't even know if we're gonna get sail out.
Yeah.
There's probably not much point, is there?
It's pretty close.
It's super close. You can, like, it's just there.
It's just there.
Maybe we'll throw a Janela up if there's any wind, but it's very calm at the moment.
Is the seacock open?
I haven't closed it.
Okay, let's hope the engine is all good.
Yeah?
Again. It's really stressing me out, this.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's air something. Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
I just don't like this. Like if we were dragging anchor, we don't have an engine.
I know.
Should we just stay here until we get that fixed? Okay, try now. What are the chances we just tried starting it a third time and it just started? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I think it's air in the system.
It's nothing to do with the batteries, because we just didn't. Usually with a flat battery, you try cranking it and it just gets worse and worse and worse the more you try. It's air. It has to be air.
Let's give a look at something.
Yeah, off?
Yeah, turn it off.
Okay, so we're not happy now leaving this mooring until this problem is sorted. We think there's either air in the system or there's an issue with the fuel. So Zach's gonna bleed the system. He's gonna change the fuel filters, because at the moment we have this paraffin wax and it could just be clogging stuff up at this point. We needed to change the fuel filters anyway, so that just ticks that job off. And then we also are going to bleed the system from that bleed nipple that Peter in Qashqai showed us.
Not Qashqai.
Sorry, not Qashqai, Las Palmas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fingers crossed that is it, because it is chuffing a bit and running a bit funny, so I think either some air is in there or...
I think it's a fuel issue, isn't it?
I think it's a fuel issue. Hopefully it'll just be a simple case of swapping the fuel filters over, and it was about the hours we needed to anyway, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, it's about where it is.
So while we're on a mooring, if a local boat comes and tells us to leave this mooring, we can just flat out refuse, because we're not going to have an engine for the next little while, but it's fine, we'll get it sorted.
Oh Lord.
What?
Big gunky.
Yeah, dark gunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, diesel bug.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Zach.
The fuel that was getting through was still clean though, so this was stopping all the crap.
Holy guacamole. That's proper diesel bug.
That's where the issue's coming from.
Whoa.
That's right.
Well, it did its job. Thank God it did its job.
Yeah.
That would really, really get the engine.
It'll be interesting to see what the other one looks like.
Have we been running off both?
What?
We haven't been running off both though, have
No,
we?
the other filter on there. This one I've just changed onto now. I reckon it was the fuel in Colombia that did it.
You think?
Yeah, I reckon that fuel was there.
Well, it was so cheap. Well, we have definitely found the issue. We have such bad diesel bug in this filter. Luckily the filter was doing its job. It'll be interesting to see the small particular filter on the engine. That is some serious diesel bug. The annoying thing is we checked these about 3 months ago and they were clear. They had a little bit of white paraffin wax, which we've had added to the fuel since the Canaries. But you know what we did since then? We filled up fuel in, actually we filled up in Aruba, Zach, as well, but then we also filled up in Colombia, and we've treated our fuel each time, so
it looks fine, the fuel that's coming in.
that is some serious diesel bug. So hopefully it's just a case that the fuel wasn't getting a good flow through that to the engine.
So we're moving on to the fuel filter on the engine now. We bought this tool here to help us get the filters off, but it doesn't actually fit on the engine because I can't get it into this gap here any which way I try. So a bit of a waste of $4, but hey ho, back to the old system.
Which is?
A ratchet strap and a silicone mat.
Nice.
Which somehow works really well.
So this is this one. There's a little bit of sludge in it, but nothing significant.
Crazy.
Luckily.
Yeah.
That's when you'd really know it was an issue.
I think it was a couple of issues. I think that loose connection was obviously a bit of an issue at one point.
That was the first issue. That was the battery issue, and then we tightened that.
Yeah, and I still think when we were having issues starting it, it was that as well.
Yeah, maybe. You have to keep going till the steady stream comes out, don't you? Oh.
Knew it was coming. So as we can't really get rid of these properly here, we're going to wait until we get to the next marina we're going to be at in a week or so's time and dispose of these properly there. Most marinas should have some kind of fuel disposal area or something like that, so yeah, we're going to do it there, and we're going to separate out the filters, rags, and then all the liquid as well.
Nice. Yeah, go for it. Straight away. We're giving the engine a hard run. We're at 2,000 and it doesn't sound chuffy anymore, but we're going 6.5 knots.
I think it was some current with us.
Yeah, we definitely do have some current with us, but oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We're a fast boat, we're a fast boat, we're a fast boat.
Okay, that's 50 there.
So we're into the anchorage and we've picked up our position between this island and this one, kind of dead in the middle, because then when the wind shifts we've got loads of room to spin. Beautiful. Now what I was saying out there was a lot of boats have anchored quite close to this island because of the prevailing wind direction. However, you get held a bit more by current here than wind. Often the wind will come from here, but we'll face this way. We know the wind is flipping on Sunday, so we've given ourselves so much room between here and here. We're kind of in the middle a bit. We might get a few more waves, but we'd rather have waves than end up on the rocks. So yes, very happy with our position. Zach caught us a lovely triggerfish earlier and he's just been filleting it down here. Look how gorgeous that looks. Some people stopped by our boat earlier and they are on a cool trimaran and we invited them to the beach for a fire, so we're going to bring them some fish and it's going to be hopefully a really nice evening. It's a really cool anchorage here, and yeah, I also was just going to mention that, have you ever seen a wind against current? So for those who don't sail, when wind and current are going the opposite way, you can actually get standing waves out at sea, but because we're in a pretty sheltered bay right now, we're not getting that. But we are getting some disturbance in the water and it's pretty interesting to see. So you can see where the line is drawn there. We're also right over our anchor because the current's stronger than the wind right now, but that's okay, we're holding great.
It's like the weirdest water we've ever been in, or at least anchored.
So weird. Everyone's facing that way. We're facing this way. Last night, this light was on and that hatch was open.
Oh my god.
I don't know how we didn't get bitten.
They didn't end up in our room, did they?
No, I don't know how. They were just dazzled by the light.
Oh, we're not doing that again. As you guys would have seen yesterday, we did our engine filter and our primary filter, and in the primary filter, thankfully not the secondary filter on the engine, we had quite a bit of gunky bug. It could have been dead bug from where we added the treatment last time. We've got this Star Bright Tron stuff here that we use all the time whenever we add fuel to the fuel tanks. And what might have happened is we had some bad fuel in Colombia. I think it's probably Colombia, maybe Aruba, I think more likely Colombia, but when we added this, it might have congealed it and got it stuck in our filter, or just kind of killed the bacteria in there and got it like kind of removed it from the side or the bottom of the tank. And when we were in the rough weather off Colombia, after we left Santa Marta, it could have sloshed all of that around and then got caught in the filter. So we're going to add a top-up treatment of this just to make sure that any bug that might still be in there is properly killed and dealt with. And then when we get to the next place we're going to be at, we're going to use a fuel polishing system that someone in the marina there has got before we carry on the coast. And potentially when we haul out, depending on the, I don't know, how, if we think the issue's still persisting, which it might be, we'll have to cut some inspection hatches in the tanks and clean it that way, which we don't want to do because that is a massive job and very awkward considering where our tanks are. So yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't come to that, but we'll add a little bit of this. I'm going to add 75 milliliters, which is the kind of top up dose for our tank. So fingers crossed this will help a little bit and keep us running smoothly. Where are you guys from?
Switzerland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a cool boat.
Yes, like it. Where are you from? You're from
England.
Australia, England.
Yeah, we get Australia quite a bit as well.
Hello.
Hey.
How was your paddle?
It was lovely.
I thought
the current was a bit stronger than I thought. It took me ages to get to their boat.
Yeah, I thought you might have died. I messaged them just now saying, is Zach with you?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. So I chatted to them for like 5 minutes and then left them to it. On the way back, another boat waved at me, the blue boat.
Oh yeah, the spearfishing people.
The spearfishing guy. He's like, oh, you're the guy that Mindelo mentioned. He's like, we're leaving tomorrow, but if you're here next week, we'll be spearfishing. And he was like, I asked about where they'd been and stuff like that, and they said they'd been in Mexico. I was like, oh, we're planning on going there. I was like, oh, do you want some cruising books?
Nice. Look at the current.
I know.
It's
It took me
gushing.
so long to get there.
Yeah.
I was like, that easily doubles the distance, that current.
Nice
My
little,
arms are shot.
nice little exercise
On
though.
the way back though, it was lovely.
Yeah, I bet.
We're such a nice distance from everyone here. I really like being this far out.
Which island are we at today?
We're on Mogo Mogo.
And what happened on Mogo Mogo?
I don't know, what did happen on Mogo Mogo?
Survivor Season 7. So Mogo Mogo is the island that's on the other side of the channel that we're anchored on. It's a pretty quiet little island, but no roads, no houses. But Panamanians come here just as a holiday day destination. I think there's a little bar up there and a barbecue spot. But it's nice, it's very quiet. Nice place to come for a walk. We both have got our shoes, so we're barefooting it, but oh wow, this is cool. Look at this.
Despite this place being beautiful, we were still very aware that we didn't have an engine that would start first time.
The only thing we've done recently is just change the fuel filters. I changed the anode, we did the impeller, we changed that and put a new one on there. I'm kind of leaning, because we're in a bit of a remote place at the moment, I'm leaning towards, if we get this started, this engine, just going straight to the marina.
It's 60 miles away.
Yeah, it's 60 miles.
Sounds like we've got the head gasket.
Do you think it's gone?
Yeah.
Is that that's just the gasket though, isn't it?
Yeah, well I think they're aluminium heads on them, because you have to have the head skins as well.
How do you think that's happened?
No, they just go, mate. You don't know, it could be...
But
get the head off.
Does it wreck the rest of the engine?
No, you're just... That's why you're getting so hard to start now, because it's trying to burn off the water. And then what you're doing, when you're turning it over, it gets rid of it, and then obviously you'll fire up and run. That's why it sounds so hard to turn over.
Yeah. How can we encourage it to start in the best possible way?
Turn it over.
Yeah, okay. There's some stronger winds coming over the next few days. I don't really want to be in a place where we haven't got an engine.
You want to get to a marina if you can.
We need to go to
There's the
Panama.
chemical...
Okay, we're gonna try and get us started then.
We're not going to arrive by night.
It doesn't matter. We don't have an engine at the moment. If we drag, this is silly.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean, what we'd probably end up doing is it's about 55 miles there. Would you suggest us running the engine for the entire time or stopping it?
No, try and stop it, because you don't want to make it worse.
Okay, this is fun.
Okay, pass me my phone and I'll have a look and see what the wind's doing.
It's just hit. What we'll do is if we get it started, we'll contact someone on the Vistamar chat and just say we're going to be coming in tonight and we're not too sure if the engine's going to manage to start itself again.
Yeah, but let me look at the wind.
If there's decent wind and we can get it started, we're going.
This is like my worst nightmare.
It's alright, baby. We'll get it done, yeah? Just trust me, okay? We'll be fine. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the winds are light all night.
What kind of wind?
Like good.
Enough to sail?
Yeah, it's going to be light, 15, gusting 15.
Okay, that's fine.
Gusting 18 by tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
20 by tonight. But yeah, it's pretty light.
Okay, we're going to try and crank her over again.
What, so we're literally going to go?
Yeah. If we get it started, we're going to go.
The anchor's holding well. I don't know whether we should just go right now. Maybe we should just stop and slow down and think about this a bit.
Yeah, but what if we there's no school right now or anything like that? What if the middle of the night some big winds come through or something like that? We haven't got an engine.
I know.
I don't care about sailing at night, it doesn't bother.
No, I'm not worried about sailing.
I don't think this is a bad idea. I think this is probably the best idea. Come on, baby. Give me some.
Yes! Come on. Yes!
There we go. Okay.
We got us started, we're picking up. We just got to get out of here. It's not safe for us to stay when the wind's going to pick up and it's on shore. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
It looks windy out there, Zach.
Yeah?
Yeah, white cap, so we'll get the normal genoa up.
Yeah.
Okay, the wind's shifting as we're going round.
That was a stressful morning. Yeah, not the best.